representing at the Texas Music Educators Association. This is a great honor for us because we're the first band in Laredo, Texas to perform at TMEA. So they deserve a huge hand. Thank you. We just made history. Yes. So that day that we perform, we're gonna be making history. So we're gonna pretend we're over there, okay? So at this time, I'm gonna say at the beginning, good morning TMEA, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. It is such a blessing to be here, and thank you for attending our clinic. We cannot wait to show you and demonstrate what we prepared for you today. And but first, we would like to thank our Lord for giving us this opportunity, this blessing of performing for you today. And then we would like to also thank our TMEA Executive Board, our Invited Program Spotlight Selection Committee, and thank you for selecting us, and thank you for giving us this honor today. And then, you know, our community we're very blessed to have this community. Nothing is done with a village of people, a community of people, and this that you are about to see did not happen by one person. It happened with a bunch of people helping out, and I would like to acknowledge these people right now. First and foremost, our Laredo ISD administration and our superintendent, Dr. Silvia Rios. Thank you, ma'am, for being here today. Thank you. And our assistant superintendent, Ms. Maggie Martinez. I don't know if she's here today. Is she here today? No, but thank you, Ms. Maggie Martinez, for being here, or for helping us with all the things that we need. Our Laredo ISD Board of Trustees, our Fine Arts Director, Mr. Memo Pro, our Fine Arts Coordinator, Mr. Alfredo Rodriguez, and our MB Lamar administration, our principal, Ms. Melissa Valdez. She's here today. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. Our Laredo ISD band directors, our Mighty Lion band parents, our Mighty Lion band members, our faculty and staff, our MB Lamar faculty and staff, and our sister district at United ISD band directors and administration. Please rise and be recognized. Thank you so much. Next, we would like to recognize these amazing people that have been helping us throughout our musical progress. They've been coming in to mentor us, to guide us, and first and foremost, Mr. Stan Malden, Mr. Gabriel Musella, Mr. Ronnie Rios, Mr. Hector Navarro, and Mr. Mike Rodriguez. Please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for what you do for music education. Last but not least, I would like to recognize my amazing assistants that go above and beyond their call of duty. Thank you for all you do, Mr. Reyes and Mr. Martinez. Please come up and be recognized. Please give them a big hand. Thank you. Now we can get started with our clinic. Okay, the clinic is titled A Successful Program Without Borders. And I look up there because at the conference we're going to have the handout up there, so every once in a while I'm going to pretend the handout is up there. Why did we call it A Successful Program Without Borders? Because there's no limits to what kids can do. There is no limit. Sometimes we limit the kids, but there's absolutely no limits to what the kids can do. And you're going to hear it today. Okay, creating a successful middle school band program requires intentionality and consistency and a clear purpose in every rehearsal. So the MB Lamar Middle School, we have implemented various strategies and concepts that have consistently helped a positive outcome for our students. On this handout, there's an overview of the foundational practices that drive our program success. So first and foremost, some key practices that we have is scale patterns and chromatic exercises, and that's going to help the dexterity of the fingers, of course. And I'm going to go through these really quickly because we're going to do a show and tell, which means we're going to be explaining some stuff and we're going to be playing some stuff, explaining and playing. Explaining what do we do. So through these, I'm going to go through them really quickly because it is self-explanatory. Number 2, encouraging region auditions and solo performances. Pushing our students to participate in region auditions and solo performances, develop the individual musician. So without these, the players are not developed properly. This helps them develop into the great players that they will become. Okay, sight reading exercises. We do practice sight reading rhythm-a-days. Every day we do rhythm-a-days, and that in turn helps with the sight reading procedures that you're going to do for UIL concert and sight reading contest. Cultivating a culture of excellence, building a band culture that values hard work, teamwork, and high standards is essential. A shared commitment to excellence elevates the entire program. So the kids know that hard work, sacrifice, discipline, positive attitude, patience, consistency, self-confidence, and focus is very, very, very important. And we teach these kids not just music, but we teach them how to be successful in their entire life. So all these tools that we give the kids help them throughout their life in the future. Okay, number 5, fostering support from administration and faculty. Keep your administration informed. Communication is the key. Strong collaboration, strong communication with school leadership and colleagues ensure the program is well supported. Number 6, vertical alignment, working with students from 6th through 8th grade is very, very important, or in the high school, continue in the high school, but from 6th through 8th, there's got to be an established curriculum. There's got to be an established curriculum that starts from 6th grade and it goes all the way to 8th. Everything you do has to be with a purpose, like I said at the beginning, intentionality, and you have to have a clear goal of where you're going to go as the kids turn into 8th graders. Okay, maintaining a clean and organized band hall, that is very, very important because a well-kept environment reflects professionalism and promotes efficiency. So what we do at our band hall is at the end of the day, we clean up and we organize everything to be prepared for the next day. We never leave all the stuff wherever. It has to be cleaned, it has to be organized for the next day. Establish clear procedures and rules. Consistency and daily protocols and expectations creates a structure and productive learning environment. At the beginning of when the kids go into the band hall, they already know that they set up their instrument, their stand, and they do their pre-warm-up. And what we do with a pre-warm-up, I'm going to explain to you in a few minutes what we do with that. They know exactly what they need to be practicing on, and they know exactly what they need to do at the beginning and at the end of the class period. Implementing practice logs. The practice logs, they need to be signed by the parents every time they practice, and this encourages accountability and reinforce at-home practice habits. So practice logs are very, very important. It is a game changer. So I encourage all of you to use those practice logs. Engaging mentors and clinicians, bringing in outside expertise enriches the program. As lifelong learners, we must seek opportunities to grow and learn from others. So we never stop learning, and it is very important to bring clinicians and mentors into your program. Recruiting is a never-ending event. Recruiting has to be done from 5th to 6th, from 6th to 7th, from 7th to 8th, and it's a non-stop events. So recruiting is very, very, very important. There's also a YouTube video on recruiting if you want to take a look at it so that you can have an idea of what we do for recruiting our sixth graders. Okay, and now we're going to talk about, really quickly, about our pre-warm-up. What is it that the kids do right before they start performing or before they start playing with a band director? They come in, they do their pre-warm-up. Their pre-warm-up is slurs and for the woodwinds and sirens for the brass, and also we have fantastics, which are our harmonic series slurs that we named them fantastics, and I will touch up on that in a little bit. But these slurs are to strengthen their range and to strengthen their flexibility. So at this time, I would like for you to demonstrate the audience what you do when you come into the band hall. Go ahead. The harmonic series exercises starts in sixth grade, and of course we go on an easier range, and then as they grow older, we start increasing the harmonic range to the students, so they go higher and higher as we go. So at this time, I would like to give the microphone to Mr. Reyes. He will continue with the session.
So, foundational skills and concepts, what Ms. Rodriguez was covering with the pre-warm-up exercises. We defined it as the cornerstone of our success lies in developing a characteristic sound among individual players and the ensemble as a whole. At our Title I school, where no students take private lessons, we've implemented strategies such as the pre-warm-up exercises to accelerate growth without sacrificing quality. Starting in beginner band, these practices are scaled to their level, but are equally vital. So once the students have completed their pre-warm-up exercises, then we together as the band begin doing our breathing exercises. When doing breathing exercises, students use tools like breathing tubes with PVC pipes that we cut out to specific dimensions that will fit to the students, and these consistently help to support student breathing. Whenever teaching breathing exercises, we tell the students to make sure that they're sitting up straight on the edge of their chair, make sure that they have a relaxed upper body. When using their tube or they're forming their embouchure, they need to make sure that they're using an OH to shape on their mouth when breathing in. As they shape their embouchure or band face on their way out, they can form an HO as they exhale the air. And then we do these exercises in a in for 4, out for 4 count breath. All of these that I'm going to mention are all in counts. In for 4, out for 4. Then in for 4, out for 8. In for 4, out for 12. In for 1, out for 12. And then lastly, in for 1, out for 1. When breathing in, the students need to concentrate on the cold spot, working on keeping their tongue down and their upper body relaxed. As you're watching the students doing the breathing, be aware of any shoulder movement or any other type of body movement, and try to inform them to not move their shoulders.
Ready? 1, 2, ready, and. in, and 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And for 1, 2, 3. And for 1, out for 1, ready, go. Okay.
Once we've completed the breathing exercises, our next on the list is flexibility drills. Flexibility drills include the slur exercises, sirens on the brass mouthpieces or buzzing, and octave register slurs, and harmonic series slurs for brass enhance range and flexibility.
So at this time, I do this again just to make sure they did it, okay? So they were supposed to do it before. Now I'm going to do it with them, okay? Ready? 1, 2. You notice the woodwinds were sustaining a note, and that note was, they were tuning the note, they were balancing the note, they were working on all those things, not just playing the note, but they were tuning and sustaining it, okay? Next. So you know the whole procedure, there's a sequence, but we're not, because of time, we're only gonna do one, okay?
Next on our list is dynamic exercises. Dynamic exercises include practicing crescendos and decrescendos. If we were in front of a group of band directors, they would understand what that meant. Basically, what it means is crescendos means to get louder, and decrescendos mean to get softer. And we do these in a 4, 8, and 12 beat increments, which helps to build dynamic control and expressiveness with the ensemble.
4, 8, 12. See? Do it again. Ready? 1, 2. Tighten your tummy. 2, 3, and strong. 12, 8. Sorry, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2. 10. Tighten your tummy at the end. Let's do that last one. 1, 2, and strong, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, next. Let's do that one.
Okay, all right. So the next on our list would be intonation, balance, and blend. Intonation is described as, whenever we work on intonation, the students use their tuners daily, which they all have on their musical stands at all times as they're playing their instruments. And this helps them to learn their pitch tendencies, what makes, what is causing for the reason for the note to be not the same as everyone else's. And we have balance, which is emphasizing the pyramid of sound and starting with strong foundational tones from the lower instruments. Blend is to teach students to match tone quality and color to achieve a unified ensemble sound. And whenever we work on these concepts, we like to start by working on playing with unison lines. Firstly, the full band plays a concert F. They take a 2-count breath and make sure that we are diligent about starting together.
number 1. And at this time, we're going to be having the low brass sustaining a note while the rest of the students, the woodwinds, do their Remington. And then we're going to do the other way around. We're going to do drum number 2, which is the woodwinds sustain the note and the low brass. And this is going to be what Mr. Reyes talked about balancing, tuning, and blending. Ready? Up. Here we go. 1, 2. Let's turn it around. Now the woodwinds are going to be doing the Remington while the low brass does the drone. Ready? 1, 2, ready? Tune it. So because of time, we're not going to be doing everything. So now at the end of the drone, at the end of all that, then we do the Remington with everybody at the same time. Ready? Up. Here we go. 1, 2. Finish the Remington. Go ahead, sir.
Nextly on our list of exercises is articulation exercises. When working on articulation exercises, make sure we are using focused practice on a unified concept of legato, staccato, accents, and marcato articulations, which helps to ensure clarity and precision in performance with all students in the ensemble.
Read the first one.
The first one of the styles that we work on is legato. When using legato, the students strive to use a do syllable and make sure that the notes are long connected. The next style is staccato. When doing staccato, we strive for the students to use a toe syllable and make sure that the notes are short, separated, lifted, spaced, detached, bouncy. The next style is accents. And the syllable that we use with the students is do whenever doing an accent. And we strive for the students to think of playing the notes long with a push of air, emphasizing the air at the front of the note. And then the last style we work with the students is marcato. When using a marcato style, we strive for the students to use a toe syllable as well, making sure to play the notes short with a push of air.
Push it more push, ready and go. And here we need to make sure that we don't add more tongue to it, make sure it's a push. That's the difference between marcato and staccato, or legato and accents. So make sure that we add the push. Ready? Let's do that again. 1, add the push. 1 and 2 and ready, marcato. But it stays lifted still. Okay, go ahead.
Once we've worked on these other skills, lastly, We include all these skills together by working on exercises that we call chorales. When utilizing chorales, we make sure to develop musicianship, such as musical style, phrasing, intonation, balance, and blend, which is, of course, all the skills that we focused on with the exercises previous to this. It encapsulates all of those skills.
So for the chorale that we're about to play, I would like to say a little something about it. This chorale, Mr. Carlos Luna would always play this chorale before any performance, before a marching band performance, before a concert performance. He would warm up with this chorale. It is from the Treasury of Scales, number 19. He called it the prayer. So this is the prayer for you guys, in honor of Mr. Luna. I know he's watching right now. Up. Thank you. All right. Next. Now we have Mr. Martinez with the program notes.
El Capitan by John Philip Sousa. This march, one of Sousa's enduring favorites, has been extremely popular with bands since its debut. It was taken from El Capitan, Sousa's most successful operetta. The operetta's title character, Don Medigua, is a humorous and cowardly figure who served as the viceroy of Peru in the early 1600s. Several music themes from the operetta appear in multiple acts, and the march's closing theme is the same as the operetta's energetic finale. This march was famously performed by the Sousa Band, which Sousa expanded to over 100 musicians at his own expense during Admiral Dewey's Victory Parade in New York on September 30th, 1899. The piece held special meaning for Sousa, as it had previously been played by the band aboard Admiral Dewey's warship, Olympia, as it departed Murs Bay en route to Manila during the Spanish-American War. Shenandoah by Frank Tekeli. In Shenandoah, the composer was inspired by the beauty and freedom of the folk melody as well as the vivid imagery in its lyrics, particularly in the idea of a river. The piece focuses on capturing the river's timeless and life-affirming energy rather than its physical sound. Sometimes the accompaniment flows softly under the melody, but at other times it seems to coincide with it. The sentiment of the piece transitions from quiet reflection to a heightened optimism, ultimately reaching a sense of profound exaltation. The origins of the name Shenandoah River and Valley, located in Virginia, derive from uncertain origins. Some historians believe they were named in the 1750s by the Cherokee as a tribute to the Iroquois chief named Shenandoah. Other historians think that the name originated from the Shenandoah Indians of the Virginia Valley, where Shenandoah is said to mean daughter of the moon, unrelated to the Iroquois chief. The folk song's origins are just as unclear, though they are believed to date back to the 19th century. Some say it was written by a coal miner in Pennsylvania. Others say it was from a young protege of Stephen Foster, or a housewife in Lexington, Kentucky. Over time, different versions of the melody and lyrics have been passed down, but the most well-known one tells the story of an early settler's love for a Native American woman. Gateway to the Americas by Gabriel Musella. Much like the bridge that bears the same name, this work combines two cultures using quotes from the Star-Spangled Banner and the Mexican folk song La Llorona. Laredo, which boasts one of the largest celebrations of George Washington's birthday in the United States, is proudly American while maintaining a strong connection to their Mexican heritage. Multiculturalism along the Texas border is a source of pride and unity, and this work pays homage to all Texans living along the Rio Grande.
Before we start this piece, I want to say that this piece was specifically written for our band. And we are going to premiere it actually today, okay, because it's our first concert. So this is the first time we perform it. It is going to be in the PML, the Prescribed Music List, which is a state list where all bands in the state of Texas play from, and it is going to be in that list. So we are very happy to showcase the gateway to the Americas. Thank you. Focus. Thank you for coming today. This concludes our presentation, and we will keep working to perfect it even more, okay? All right, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you.